Hello guys, and welcome to our statistics class. Simple class on measures of location. That's basically kind of another name for different kinds of averages. And here we're going to look at a whole range of averages, including these 5 different kinds of averages: the mean, median, mode, weighted mean, and geometric mean. First of all, let me generate some data here. So let's say I have these students here with their student IDs and the students' grades. We have 30 students, and the first is mean. Mean is simply another name for simple average. So to find mean, what I have to do is just hit equals, type average, open the brackets, enter these grades, and there you go. 77.4 is the average grade, is the mean grade. Next is median. First, for the median, let me change our data a little bit. I'm going to copy these 29 students' results, and I'm going to assume that I only have 29 students in the class. So to find the median, I basically have to find the midpoint of this data set. That would be the student's grade, above which and below which an equal number of grades are distributed. So to do that, I want to sort this data by grade. Just click anywhere, data sort, sorted by grade, done. And because there are 29 students here, the student in the very middle is going to be student number 15, which is this one. The 16th row in Excel is going to be the 15th student because the first row is occupied by the header. So as we see, median is 79. Okay. Now how do I find a median for data where we have an even number of observations? Because for an odd number of observations it's easier. Like here, for 29 students, number 15, the 15th highest grade or the 15th lowest grade is definitely going to be in the middle. It's going to have 14 other grades on both sides. In case of even number of observations, we just take the average between the two middle values for the grade. Let's have a look at that. Let's sort it first. Delete this mean, we don't need it anymore. And the two middle values are going to be numbers 15 and 16. So let's find the 15th and 16th highest grades. That's 78 and 79. The median is going to be the average between these two. So the median is clearly 78.5. So sometimes the value of the median cannot be found among the observations, whereas sometimes it can be found among one of the observations. Next, let's have a look at mode. Mode is simply the most common grade that appears. So one way to find mode is for you to construct a frequency table for these grades. We've looked at a frequency table in one of the previous classes, so you can quickly review that. Another way to find mode is to select several cells because we are not sure. Maybe there are several grades that appear equally frequently. Then just hit equals mode dot mult for possibly multiple modes. Enter these grades and hit enter with control. If I extend this, it looks like 85 is the only single mode. Let's check that. 85 appears 4 times, and as far as I see, no other grade appears more than 3 times. So 85 it is. Next, weighted mean. Let's say you have 3 classes, 1, 2, and 3. And the class size is different. in the first class. Let's say you have 20 students. Let's say you have 25 students in the second class. And let's say you have 38 students in the third class. And let's say you have average grades for each of the classes. Say 66, 68, and 82. Say I'm curious about the average grade for all of these three classes. Clearly, the third class should be given a little bit more importance because it is a large class. I can't just simply take a simple average of these three average grades. So to calculate the weighted average, what I have to do is multiply the weights. In this case, the number of students is sort of an importance for the class, and weights is sort of another word for that importance for different variables. So I'll multiply that by the grade in this case, or any other variable that I'm trying to find a weighted mean for. Do that for each class, add up the numbers, add up the total number of weights as well, and the weighted mean is equal to the ratio of this sum of products over the total number of weights. In this case, weighted average, weighted mean grade is 73.9. And lastly, geometric mean. This is usually used for percentage increases or decreases in some variable. So let's get some data. Let's say you have investments going on for 5 years, and these are your returns. 4.5% in the first year, 6.8% in the second year, and so on. So in the fourth year, you lose 3.8%. Firstly, to find geometric mean, we need to have only positive numbers. So all the returns are going to be transformed by adding plus. So basically, I'm going to have 1 plus the return over here. 1 plus these values. If a value is less than 1, that means I've lost in that year, or that means whatever variable is under consideration, that variable decreased at that time. And to find the geometric mean, we just need to multiply each of these numbers and take the root of the power of these years. A root of given power is same as taking a power of the inverse. So that's the power of 1/5, which is same as taking a root of 5th power. Then we need to subtract 1 for geometric average or geometric mean returns over the 5 years, and I would get something like 3.85%.